Hello. Have you ever wondered how data can drive not just insights, but real transformation? How can a single platform revolutionize your business operations, amplifies customer experience, and fuels unprecedented growth? Today, we explore the answers as we embark on the journey into the realm of driving digital transformation with Oracle Fusion Analytics Warehouse. This is Prakash Malmarkan representing NexInfo Solutions. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and colleagues, today we gather to delve into a topic that has the potential to reshape the very close of modern businesses. We are here to explore the world of NexInfo and its profound impact on enterprise data analytics. As we dive into the heart of this presentation, we will embark on a journey of understanding, exploration, and inspiration. Together, we will navigate through the following key points. We will start by setting up the stage and comprehending the significance of enterprise data analytics into today's dynamics business landscape. We will uncover how data, when transformed into actionable insights, can drive decisions, strategies, and outcomes. Moving forward, we will take a close look at the pivotal player in the narrative reporting, the Oracle Fusion Analytics Warehouse. This platform serves as the dynamic catalyst for driving digital transformation within this organization. In this segment, we will explore the tangible advantages that Oracle Analytics brings into the table, from real-time insights to scalability, self-service analytics, and AI integration. Transitioning into the technical realm, we will examine the crucial considerations and architectural nuances that comes into the play when implementing Oracle Fusion Analytics Warehouse. Bringing theory into practice, we will dive into a real-world scenario with the inventory accounting case study. Expanding our horizon, we will explore various use cases that illustrate the versatility of Oracle Fusion Analytics Warehouse. Concluding our journey, we will explore the essence of making the most of the data. We will wrap up by examining how NexInfo partnership with Oracle Analytics translates into data-driven excellence and digital transformation. So once again, I am Prakash Malmarkan, a firm believer in the power of technology to shape the business landscape of today and tomorrow. With a heart full of enthusiasm and a mind driven by innovation, I am dedicated to harnessing cutting-edge technologies to not just meet business challenges, but to conquer teams. My journey has been one of the continuous exploration and learning, fueled by a desire to understand how technology can be strategically aligned to yield tangible results. Let me introduce who we are. We, NexInfo, stands as a prominent consulting entity and esteemed Oracle partner renowned for its rich consulting history in assisting organizations of all sizes. With fusion of business process and software consulting services, NexInfo paves the way towards attaining unparalleled operational excellences. As you can see, our business process expertise are across ERP, EPM, HCM, PLM, and we also provide variety of services from assessment, governance, implementation through managed service and then talent infusion. So we are located in United States, Europe, and India. However, our primary focus is on United States. And we have been recognized in this industry by Gartner's Silicon Review, CIO Review. Let me move forward. So let's say, what is an enterprise data analytics? So the first question that comes into my mind is data analytics and what it is going to solve, or what are the range of purposes that data analytics can provide today, right? So talking about data analytics, it provides a range of solves range of purposes. Let's start with the first one, giving a decision-making ability, right? It helps organization make informed decision by providing insights into market trends, customer behavior, and operational behaviors. Thereby, you can also improvise the efficiency of your organization, identifying the inefficiencies or bottlenecks or areas where you need more focus so that you can improvise the next time, for which you need all the historical data, not just data. You need to have a platform where you can slice and dice your data and see more efficient information that can help in providing more actionable insights, thereby giving a tangible results of reducing the cost or increasing the revenue. It also gives the predictive analytics capabilities, which businesses are today looking to enable such abilities so that they can see how the forecast of future trends may look like or what customer preferences may be, right? So that's where it enables and enhances the customer understanding, so that you can make sure that your customers are super satisfied and there is increase in the retention rate and drives more revenue, thereby growth as well. This also means it does also give you a competitive advantage in the market where, comparing to your competitors, you will be ahead of your industry standards, as you know how to make more informed decisions and you have identified your bottlenecks, inefficiencies, and you have known for how to improvise all of those from the past data which have been collected and curated using the analytics platform. And you have also understood your customer better, or you start to understand your customer better, which also means you are ahead of your competitor. Thereby, you can also minimize the risk, as you can manage all the risk factors because you have all the key elements in place, which also means you know how to identify the patterns, the anomalies which can result in fraudulence, or where a potential risk may can occur, right? So you can identify all of those using this analytics platform, for which again the data is the key ingredient. When you have all these 5 key points essential in hand, your business starts to grow, so you can focus on more innovative ideas so that you can create new products that can hit the market and your business will grow exponentially. And it also provides a deeper understanding of the customer preferences and behavior, aiding in personalized marketing and improving customer experience, right? Not just customer insights, it also helps in the financial analysis where data analytics is used for financial planning, budgeting, identifying cost saving opportunities. So let me move on to the next slide so understand what is a data analytics and who are the target audience. Right? A data analytics involves the process of examining, cleansing, transforming, and interpreting raw data in order to extract valuable insights, inform decision making, and support strategic planning. It uses variety of technologies and techniques as well as tools to uncover patterns, trends, correlations, and other meaningful information from large through complex data sets. Right? So the data analytics is primarily for anyone who seeks to make data-driven decisions. This includes businesses, professionals, analysts, researchers, scientists, or policymakers, or healthcare professionals, or marketers, financial experts, and more. With the advent of user-friendly tools and platforms, data analytics has become more accessible, allowing individuals from various domains to harness the power to enhance their work and make better informed choices. So also, you will be focusing on where exactly the platform has to reside, either centrally or decentralize the whole analytics platform. So we will look into all of these when we move forward. Moving further, we will try to understand what Oracle Fusion Analytics Warehouse is, because that's our primary topic, how this is going to be help in my digital transformation phase. So before we understand what is Fusion Analytics Warehouse, we'll understand what is Oracle Analytics. Oracle is allowing and offering a product which is called Oracle Analytics Cloud. So we're going to deep dive into what is Oracle Analytics Cloud shortly, but in a nutshell, an Oracle Analytics Cloud is a comprehensive cloud-based analytics platform which is offered by the Oracle Corporation. It provides organizations with a wide range of tools and capabilities to perform data analysis, generate insights, and make informed business decisions. In short, we call this as OAC. OAC empowers users to uncover hidden pattern, trends, correlations within their data, enabling them to optimize operations, enhance customer experience, and drives business growth. There are key features that OAC includes and provides out of the box today are the data visualization, self-service analytics, and integration with variety of source systems, and advanced analytics where you can see all those data science and then AI. It also provides a mobile access, so you always don't have to rely on a browser. You can use your mobile app to see what you have built using your data. And you can also do an augmented analytic where you can ask questions simply by a voice. The voice will automatically get converted into query language, and it's going to hit your database and it's going to bring back more insightful information. It also helps in providing data preparation activity where you can prepare your data, curate it, translate it, and make it more meaningful so that you can match it up with other data elements that you wanted to collaborative work when you're bringing in more system into this analytics platform, right? So thereby, it also need to have a collaborative area where it's not just you work on this analytic platform. You also would like to collaborate with your team, right? A group of people so that you can share your information and insights across the team. And also means when I work with a broader group, I need to have a proper security layer, which has also been provided with Oracle Analytics. Either you can restrict it by the object level data or data level data. You can build your own semantic models as well. And in terms of scalability, where I create an analytic platform today, will I be able to scale it to an extended version tomorrow? The answer is yes, you will be able to do those with Oracle Analytics Cloud. And this is all cloud native, which means this is all going to reside in the cloud infrastructure. So you don't have to really worry about the hardware or the infrastructure. And here you can see some quick dashboard samples, how it will look like when you build any charts or visualization using Oracle Analytics Cloud. Moving further, we will understand what are the different products that Oracle is offering in the analytics area. Oracle is providing 3 different products. One is the Fusion Analytics Warehouse, which we are going to talk in detail shortly, and Oracle Analytics Cloud, which is more like an empty box where you can build what you want to build, and Oracle Analytics Server, which is the on-premises version of the cloud product. Across all this product, you can get all the key features that we were talking in the prior slide. Across all these products, you can see some unique features that been tied up, and that gives and makes each of these product lines more unique and distinct across other products. So talking about the Fusion Analytics Warehouse, it provides augmented analytics like any other Oracle Analytics product that you see over here on the screen. In addition to this, Analytics Warehouse is connected to the Autonomous Data Warehouse, which is a different product, but Oracle has married this Oracle Analytics Cloud with Autonomous Data Warehouse together, and this is the new product called Fusion Analytics Warehouse, right, which has got pre-built connection and pipelines to the Fusion ERP system, connecting to the financials, SEM, SCM, CX. Right, so you can source all of those data directly into the Fusion Analytics Warehouse on day one. And whereas if you have to build a similar solution in Analytics Cloud, you have to start building everything from the scratch, which means you have to define the pipeline. You have to let the system know how to go and collect the data from the ERP system and then ingest it into the Oracle Analytics Cloud and prepare it, curate it, create a model, and then build the analytics layer. Whereas FAW, which is Fusion Analytics Warehouse, has got everything predefined, pre-built. You initiate the FAW instance, provision it, and then connect it to the ERP system, Fusion Cloud system, and then define the pipeline, set on what frequency the data has to be picked up from the Fusion ERP and has to be ingested into FAW. That's it. all your dashboard will start to show up the data. OAC, which is Oracle Analytics Cloud, as I said earlier, it's an empty box. You can build anything that you wanted to build with this box. And a similar product is the OAS, which is Analytics Server. It's a on-premises edition. You can of this product and then install it in your on-prem infrastructure, and the server as well as the product is be completely managed by you. Whereas the Analytics Cloud and the FAW is completely managed by Oracle, which is self-upgradable, self-patching, and self-secured. This also provides AI, NLP intelligence that can enrich data. We'll look into those shortly. Moving on to the next slide to clearly articulate what FAW means, right? On the leftmost corner, you can see this has got the pre-built Oracle managed layer, where it is the OAC, Oracle Analytics Cloud, married with Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse. Oracle already pre-built all these components. What I'm going to read out are the pipeline, data model, semantic model, machine learning use cases, and KPIs and analysis, which are put together on a deck. So the pre-built layer within the FAW is out of the box. All that you'll have to do is just pass on your Fusion ERP Cloud URL and then enable the gate and set the frequency on what frequency you'd like to load the data, either incrementally or full load. You can define all of those, and the data will start to pop up across all these KPIs and dashboards out of the box. So this also allows you to connect to different modules within the Fusion ERP world, which is financial, CRP, SCM, HCM, and CX. And Oracle is improvising and adding more dashboards and pre-built KPIs to this area. So you can expect more upgrades in the future. And the rightmost side, you can see the extensible area within FAW, which is the other layer that Oracle offers in addition to FAW. So when you technically provision a FAW instance, you get two URLs. One that allows you to slice and dice your data using the pre-built layer, and another URL that allows you to build your own custom semantic model where you can bring in any data, any system, connect it, and then start to mash up this data either using the pre-built layer, or you can mash up the data from different source systems together using a data model, and then you can build your own KPIs and use cases that you would like to build, ideally to solve a particular use case. Across all these, you get all the authoring content where you can build new decks or KPIs in both these layers. And extensible layer is where you can completely build everything from scratch. On the pre-built layer, you can build KPIs using the out-of-the-box subject areas. So when you provision a FAW, there are predefined subject areas that Oracle gives out of the box, as well as you can connect the FAW instance to a ERP instance directly using the out-of-the-box adapter, which also allows you to bring in all the OTBI subject areas into the FAW layer. So this means you can use two different set of subject areas, one that comes with FAW, two that were already built and already available in your Fusion ERP OTBI area. Right. So there you can build some reports, which can also be built in the FAW, which also means FAW acts as a single point of analytics and reporting platform to solve all your reporting needs. Let me move on further. So FAW, as I was telling, this has got all the predefined out-of-the-box adapters and then pipelines, KPIs, measures, everything. So there are two ways to look at it. Either you do it yourself or use the FAW. So when you do it yourself, you can see the time and effort that is required to build everything from scratch, which means you have to collect all the data, prepare it, combine it, curate it, then create reports, dashboards, KPIs, decks, which can give you more actionable insights. Right? So that's your do-it-yourself. Whereas the predefined or the pre-built FAW is more like faster to insight, and you can focus on taking actions rather than spending your time in collecting, curating, and creating everything from scratch. So it's more like 50% of cost saving versus comparing to the DIY, where you have to prepare everything from scratch. It's not just the efforts, the cost that you're going to incur to build everything from scratch. And sometimes you may also have to spend extensive amount of time to validate all this data. But in FAW, Oracle gives out-of-the-box validation mechanism. So you enable the pipeline, bring in all your data you wanted to have it in the FAW instance, and then you can quickly validate every set of data to make sure it is all matching, and then it is all validated across the Fusion system, and it is ready for use. And ongoing updates, everything are going to be there in the predefined FAW world, whereas in your do it yourself, where you have to take care of everything by your own self, right? If you identify a bug, you have to spend on your energy and then your time and resource to fix it. Whereas FAW, Oracle will take care of fixing all of those on your behalf. So moving further is a sample screenshot of what you can get out of the box with FAW. All these are just sample KPIs and dashboards decks. So you can hop over each of those dashboards or the charts to infer more information, or you can do a right click where it allows you to drill down further to a project. A project is a dashboard, more like a dashboard, where you can see collection of multiple analysis together, and you can infer more information from those. Or you can build your own KPI like what you're seeing over here on the screen, and you can connect it backwards to a detailed report. And these can act as a summary report. So let's quickly skim through the key capabilities and the benefit that FAW is providing today and out of the box. And what we are going to talk and see now are primarily not just focused on FAW, these are also there in the OAC and OA as well. When I, as an individual who would like to play with the analytics platform, right? So I look at variety of opportunities, focusing on who my audience are going to use those or autonomous and then the analytics platform that I'm building for my organization, right? So I'm going to break the whole need into multiple buckets. One, primarily the people at the topmost level who will be focusing on the more futuristic goals or the capabilities and the feature that they are expecting with the analytics platform. So for them, they don't really have to have all the technical expertise or understanding about everything that is happening in the digital world or technological world. They don't have to be a tech savvy to understand or do everything by themselves. They need to have a system which can do everything on their behalf in simple clicks. So that's where Oracle Analytics Cloud offers you all these key features, which are embedded machine learning capabilities out of the box. So when I pass on a data set into the system, I can do a single click to understand everything about this data. What this data is all about, I can understand and then see where I can match this data, and which also means this gives me different perspectives, and it also recommends, hey, do you want to visualize this data in this format, maybe in this chart, right? Out of the box, there are 25 plus charts that comes with this OAC. And there is this explain feature that helps in giving more explanation about a particular field or a collective field that I'm going to choose. So that tells me these are the metrics and attributes about the field that you have chosen and what you want to do now, right? So these are some key capabilities that it offers out of the box. So I don't have to be a technical person to understand each of these. And the second thing, or the second way of looking at the analytics platform, is someone who's an expert and professional in making a data model for me, right? For them, their need is primarily what data sources I can bring into this platform. It should be any data, right? So that's where Oracle Analytics Cloud provides a layer where you can bring in any data element into the system. It offers out of the box a lot of adapters, and there are indirect adapters and direct adapters which you can utilize together to bring in any data source into the system. And the second thing is, when I'm preparing my data, how can I easily find the anomalies in my data set, right? All these are available out of the box within the system. You don't have to procure a different system or purchase a different application or a tool to do this activity. All these are packaged with a single bundle, which is OAC and FAW together, right? So within this, the data preparation layer allows you to detect all the anomalies within your data point. When you pass on a data set into the system, on the rightmost corner, it is going to tell you all the anomalies. I have some null values or a different character set, or let's say I'm passing on a credit card information. This is going to tell me, hey, you have trying to play with the sensitive data. Do you want to mask it? Right? And how do you want to mask it? This is going to tell you all these things out of the box because it has got those machine learning capabilities. And the data modeling and data flow, which are primarily going to help me in mashing up multiple data points together so that I can bring in more information to my team so that they can make informed decisions. And the last level of looking at the analytics platform is somebody as a developer, what they can do within this analytics platform, right? They have this developer mode where they can use this layer to troubleshoot and see what is happening within the analytics layer and how they can optimize the analytics visualization. So sometimes some of these queries may take more time. So you don't have to have a different system to monitor what is happening and how much workload the engine is trying to process in your OLAP space. All these can be monitored using the developer mode. And you can also track the usage of the system. And you can also take backup of the system in few clicks, like a snapshot, which is a life cycle content management, LCM. You can completely pack everything into a single file, and then you can download it. And you can unzip it wherever you would like to do it within any analytics space provided by Oracle. And you can also do some automation, like any administrative services. You can bring up the services or bring down the services anytime using the automations. So these are three ways in which I would prefer to look at an analytic platform. Somebody who's not tech savvy, but still they should be able to get more benefits with the analytics platform. Two is the place where you can see the professionals who know how to build everything from scratch. And three, somebody who wanted to make sure that the whole system is optimized and it is under control so they can manage all the performance of the system. And all these three different variety of needs are satisfied using a single platform, which is provided by Oracle, is the OAC or FAW. And I'm not going to completely speak on what are the key features and capabilities this is providing, because I've been telling this ever since my first slide. So this has got everything that you may look for in an analytics world, starting from governed analytics to a self-service, even for the future need where you'd like to do an augmented analytics, where you can do a voice-based searches. So moving further, we will try to understand the architecture, the conceptual architecture, and the key consideration that you have to keep in mind when you're provisioning the OAC instance. The conceptual architecture will look something like this. This is a globally accepted standard. You need to identify your source system. You have to have an integration, and you have to park your data into a place, and that place has to be connected to an analytics layer so that the analytics layer can be consumed by a variety of people. So this is where Oracle Analytics provides all these things in a single package. So the source, you have to identify different sources that can be connected to Analytics Cloud out of the box using all of these adapters. Or when we say out of the box adapters, a lot of those are real time. Sometimes you may expect near real time or some latencies where you may have to bring in a third-party integration tool like OIC or Informatica or a Dell Boomi kind of system that acts as an integration layer that connects your source system to your autonomous data warehouse. Or even you can use your object storage, which is in your Oracle Cloud Infrastructure world, that can also has the ability to push data into your autonomous data warehouse. Autonomous data warehouse acts as a data warehouse and a data mart, which is connected to your analytics layer, either through the analytics cloud, through the browser, or you can use your mobile app to play with your data. And the consumer can be any type of consumer, line of business or data scientist or a developer or even an analyst who technically would like to do identifying the patterns between the data. So moving further, we will also see if you have this question, hey, this just for the Fusion ERP? Answer is no. You also have an accelerator kit, which is for the EBS install base. People who are using EBS instance can also connect your analytics cloud through the accelerator kit, where you get all these things out of the box. So Oracle takes care of discovering and ingesting data, transforming it into analytics understandable format, thereby it curates and it provides an analysis and then learning layer where you can work on identifying the measure and act on those. And if you're someone who's looking at, I have an analytics cloud or I would like to have an analytics cloud, but what is their future, right? Is this something that I can extend it, or should I have to replace OAC with a different platform or a different application, right? The answer is, if you're having an analytics cloud or if you're planning to buy an analytics cloud, right, it allows you to do everything that you would like to do today. In addition to that, the future needs like spatial analysis or the AI services that you would like to opt for, or the machine learning capabilities that you would like to have for the data science, technically, I would say, can also be combined into the single unified platform. So you don't technically have to rely on or have to run into a need where you may have to procure a different analytics platform. Your Oracle Analytics platform will serve everything that you wanted to do today as well as your future needs. So your focus area will primarily be like who is going to interact with the system and what questions they are going to ask. Accordingly, you have to prepare all your data and then make sure your system is ready for usage by different and variety of people. Moving on to the next area where, as I was mentioning, bringing down the theory into practice, where we are doing this inventory accounting, right? So this is where we have a customer who have their inventory management system and they have the COGS defined in different accounts, natural accounts, and their paid work and the need is primarily on how can I identify what are my free quantities versus official quantities, right? So the need for free quantity and official quantity makes a huge impact within their organization and then within their accounting team, as they would like the system to generate the journal vouchers, which can be postable directly into the Fusion board. So let's see how it is built and integrated today. We have this Oracle Fusion Cloud system where we have built a BIP report through the web services being connected to the analytics cloud, and it goes through a data flow that pushes that information into the autonomous data warehouse. And in the data warehouse, we have built data models where we have the facts and dimensions, and then we have created a data point within the autonomous data warehouse, which is connected backwards to the analytics cloud as a data set. So this data set, there are a variety of data set again mashed up together, and then we are using it to build a layer where they are seeing what they really wanted to see. Before I show you what they are trying to see and what they were interested in seeing when we started to build this use case, let's quickly skim through what the free quantities versus official quantities. Let's say in my inventory, there are 10 items, 10 quantity of an item, which I use to build a finished goods. So when I look for finished goods to be built, for which I'm going to consume like 5 quantities from my inventory, right? So those 5 quantities, I already have 10 in stock, which means I'm going to use 5 out of those 10. So the 5 out of those 10 is my free quantity. So there is no technically an official quantity in my business. Let's say a different use case where I need 12 quantities of the same item to build my finished goods. However, in my inventory, I only have 10. So my free quantity is 10, my official quantity is 2, which is the additional 2 I may need or I need to build a finished good. Right? So those are the free and then official quantities in the organization terms. And for the official as well as for the free, the system has to calculate the dollar amounts and has to split it across different accounts and sub-inventory and or the sub-organizations within the inventory arcs to create a journal voucher. So this is how we built it, the free model, which is primarily done through a user interface, right? We focus on the summary of each individual item, and then we show what is on hand versus what is the running total. So every time I try to create a request order for building a finished goods, I may require a quantity of the same item or a different item or multiple items together to build one finished goods. Those goes into as a transaction. I look at each of those transactions and the quantities requested per transaction, which is together, I'm going to call that as a running total. So my transaction quantity goes in as a running transaction quantity. With that, I also derive the running free quantity to understand where I may end up with buying something from my vendor. Right? So a simple example that you can see over here is, let me magnify this to show you. Right. So if you look at this report, over there in the leftmost corner is the summary view. When I tap on a particular item, I get the detailed view, which is by transaction level, which you will see shortly. I have a different use case and an example screenshot that tells it clearly where I end up with the free quantity versus a mix is a place where you can see a free quantity turns into a official quantity, right? So let me move further to show that. So before I go on to that, let me take this as an example and then show you and walk you through with a simple case where I have a 0 free quantity balance, right? So I start with 278 in quantity, and when I add more transaction into it, I end up with 0 free quantity, which means with this transaction, this item is closed, right? If I have to need more of this item, I have to go with the official quantity. Let me move to the next slide to show you with another example where you can see a remaining free quantity. I start with 874 on quantity, and then I end up with 8 free quantity. So all these are real time from the system, which is connected to the Fusion ERP. Every time the subledger runs a BIP report that sends the data into the FAW world, and this is more near real time. Let me show you a different example where you can see a mix flag. A mix flag is a place where my on-hand quantity gets finished, and then I'm looking for an additional quantity, right? So I start with 214 in quantities, and then if we look at this transaction where it looks like we have to add additional quantities, so those are my official quantities. So this line item is called as a mix transaction in our organization. Another example where free becomes additional transaction, not really free, but it becomes as a official transaction when the free quantity completely ends, but still my end users look for additional orders, which is completely becomes as an official quantity. So there are a variety of cases that's been considered and been addressed in a single dashboard is what you are seeing over here. So let me move further. So this is more like a theory that went on to practice how a Fusion Analytics warehouse can be utilized, not just with the out-of-the-box adapters and then DEX and analysis and KPIs, you can also extend this to meet your custom semantic model so that you can foresee and then predict, and then you can also create some statutory reporting using this layer. Let's also look at variety of other use cases which can also be solved with analytics warehouse, right? When we would like to focus on decision making, right, we wanted to understand the key capabilities that it can offer. So we have to understand the key capabilities of the product on which we are bidding on building the analytics platform. Also, we have to understand what are the key capabilities of the concept analytics can offer. It primarily starts with a descriptive analytics where it tells you what happened, right? So what happened yesterday is a descriptive analytics. And what if? So what if something would have changed, and what might be the impact or where it may have resulted with the same data I have today is the what if kind of scenario. And when I know what happened yesterday and what scenarios can impact, I can predict my tomorrow, which is the predictive analytics. If I know what happened yesterday and with these scenarios, what might happen tomorrow, the next stage of identifying is the pattern between what happened yesterday and what might happen tomorrow is the discovery. And the prescriptive is the recommendation that the tool can make based on the data set that you are going to ingest into the system. Again, when you aim on decision making, you have to understand the capabilities of analytics as well as the product that you are going to use to build the analytic layer. Also, you also have to look at the impact and then terms, right? Is that low impact and then short term? What am I supposed to do? If it has got high impact and a long term, it becomes as a strategy. But if it is a low impact and then I'm still focusing on a long term, it becomes like a planning. Whereas it is a short term and it is going to have a big impact, which becomes as a crisis where I have to act immediately. Otherwise, it may worsen the scenario and situation. With that being said, so here are a few other screenshots that you can enjoy by looking at the dashboards, the beauty of colors, and then the rich titles, and then that enriches the visualization look and feel of the application. And a use case related to a manufacturing industry is what they can do or what they can try to build with the analytics platform, where they can work on identifying the supplier risk analytics, assets performance, or where you can focus on which asset may require more focus in terms of monitoring the real-time production happening or manufacturing happening in the system, or should I have to consider the lifetime impact or lifetime or life cycle of a particular asset? I can focus all of those using the more realistic asset performance tracker. Again, when you use IoT kind of devices together, it's going to completely stream every single data happening or everything happening within the system onto your analytics platform so that it becomes like a more real-time monitoring within the analytics layer. You can also look at the factory analysis. When you do all these together, right, the performance of analytics optimize to solve a particular use case, along with the usage of IoT and other modern buzzwords, it becomes like a smart industry. And for the healthcare industry, focusing on what might be the bed occupancy rate or what is the average length of stay or admission, discharges, inpatient, outpatient visits, radiology, audiology, right? You can focus on all of those in real time so that you can predict and focus more on the financial perspectives as well as operational perspective, where you can take more realistic and an informed decision when you have all the facts on the table. So this is another layer of analytics which can be utilized or optimized for a healthcare provider to understand what is required within the hospital and which patient may need more attention, where exactly I may have to have more staff, primarily when you are start to building a roster for your nursings, right? So a physician may have need multiple nurses for his clinic, or a particular nurse has to work for multiple physicians. What will be their target benchmark percentage of hours that they can spend per unit of service in the healthcare industry? All these can be calculated on the fly and more realistic, so you can focus more on providing excellence in your services. And you can also use this analytic platform to understand a store's performance. So the quadrant chart that you are seeing on the rightmost corner tells you what is my turn ratio like compared to visitor became my customer, right? So this stores in this quadrant requires more focus because where I have more visits, customer visits, and then those visits also turned as a real customer. So for the stores that been placed in this quadrant, where you can see comparatively lesser visits and then lesser customer turn ratios, so what am I supposed to do? And there may be still a chance where there are like 6,000 visits and 6,000 out of those 4,000 were customers, turned as customer. Maybe the store is not super performing, but still I may have to do something so that I can move the store from this quadrant to either this quadrant or the topmost right top corner quadrant. So you can create a reference line and set up the benchmark or threshold to clearly differentiate each of these stores to focus either one of those or a group of those by clustering it. So in conclusion, the journey we have undertaken into the realm of driving digital transformation with the Oracle Fusion Analytics warehouse has been nothing short of enlightening. We have navigated through the pathways of data, technology, and innovation, uncovering the immense potential that this platform holds for business in digital age. As we close this chapter, let's reflect on the key takeaways that have emerged, right? So the current state is primarily focusing on the discovery phase. This is how you can make most of your data, right? So focusing on what systems or identify the system that you would like to connect to your analytics cloud world or the analytics platform, which you are trying to build, either using the cloud analytics or the FAW. Try to identify all the data points that you would like to connect to the system, and then set up a preparation area where you can mash up these data intuitively, transform these data so that you can infer more information rather than focusing on just the information that's been sourced from the data. It's not going to primarily help a lot in deriving more meaningful information. You have to apply logics, algorithms to uncover the hidden patterns within the data, which is focusing on the next level of step where you have to identify and then clearly pick the right visualization where you can plot these numbers on a chart that will give you more meaningful information, right? Sometimes placing information in a bar chart and then sorting those clearly says what is top, what is bottom, rather than spreading the same data on a chart without even sorting may not give you the same information that you may look for, right? And then the next layer that you can add to this visualization is the prediction that you can do, where you can bring in your own custom scripts or machine learning algorithms, or you can use everything that comes out of the box with the analytics cloud, use that data, and then create even more data for your prediction purposes, and then understand the best case and then worst case scenarios. So that focuses on the future state of your system as Oracle keeps expanding as per their roadmap you will also start to enjoy every feature that Oracle is going to offer with the Analytics Cloud platform. So we are closing this chapter. Let's focus on the key takeaways that have emerged, right? So we looked at enterprise data analytics, what it's all about, who are our focus areas, and who's going to consume the analytics platform. And then we looked at what Oracle Analytics is all about, where we looked at the different product that Oracle Cloud is offering today, the key benefits and the capabilities of each of these products. We also looked at the conceptual architectural diagram and then the integration options that provides out of the box. And we also understood what is FAW, how it is built. And we also went through a couple of use cases, inventory accounting, and then we also looked at different vertical business industries can also utilize this analytics for. We also looked at how we can make most out of the data that you have. As we step forward from this juncture, let's harness the knowledge we have gained and use it as a fuel to drive our business forward. Let's embrace the endless possibilities this platform offers. And in doing so, let's pave the way for future that's shaped by digital excellence. So thank you for your engagement, curiosity, and dedication to the journey of driving digital transformation. The path ahead is exciting, and together, armed with Fusion Analytics Varos, we're poised to transform challenges into opportunities and dreams into reality. Thank you once again. This is Prakash from NexInfo Solutions. Feel free to contact us in case of any need or support you may look for in any of these aspects that we discussed about. Thank you once again.